What's up, A to Z Sports here live, Titan Game Day Live, the halftime show, and the Titans are one half of football away in Nashville and another half of football away between the Patriots and the Bills to having the number one overall draft pick. Easton, it's playing out pretty dang beautifully for the tank. So we'll talk about all of that. I hope everybody's having a good Sunday in Nashville. If you're in Nashville, hope you're staying dry and warm. If you're at Nissan Stadium, you're probably leaving because it's no longer dry and warm. So, Easton, before we officially get going here, tell the people what they got to do. We got a lot to dive into after that first half of tank job by the Titans.
Yeah, if you like what you're seeing on the field from the Titans and the Patriots so far today, help us out by liking the show. Hit that like button on Facebook, on YouTube. One more half of football, as Austin said, stands between the Titans and the number one overall pick. Things are all going according to plan. The tank job is, dare I say, a masterclass so far, Austin. They've done a great job. So like the show, and we'll talk all about it here for the next 10 or 15 minutes.
Yep. Make sure you do like the show, and also welcome to the A to Z Sports Titan Game Day Live, the halftime show. Want to give a quick shout out to all of our sponsors and partners for our Titan Game Day Live this season. That is X Golf Nashville and in Murfreesboro. PlayXGolf.com, the home of indoor golf in Middle Tennessee. BetMGM, the official betting partner of the Tennessee Titans and A to Z Sports. Download the app. Use our code ATOZ Sports, up to $1,500 back in bonus bets if your first bet misses. And T-Dot join their campaign to find a solution to end littering across the state by going to NobodyTrashesTennessee.com. Easton, I'll let you start. What stands out to you the most about the Titans tank job to be down 16-3 in the first half of this game in Nissan Stadium?
Just the way that they're doing it. I mean, this is a team that clearly understands the assignment here. This is a coaching staff that understands the assignment. I think that Jason's saying drinking coffee at 2:30. That is a protein shake. That is not coffee. Everybody's so obsessed with what I'm drinking.
What's wrong with coffee? And plus, it's 1:30 Central, and
that's also true. But even
I'm about to have more cacaffeine than's in a cup of coffee here in like the third quarter. So
that's fine. Anyways, they're doing a great job, and I don't really have any complaints from on the first drive. The Nico Collins catch that obviously could have been overturned if it was challenged. You just eat that challenge flag. Don't even worry about it. You allow the Texans to get out to a 2-touchdown lead relatively quickly. The Texans seem happy with their operation because things are going well. They got their CJ Stroud drive in. They got their Nico Collins touches in. They continue to slowly pull their starters out, and then with the Titans, masterful. I mean, I'm talking pregame about how you can get away with some cowardly punts. We've got one cowardly field goal kick, which is a great job. I've seen some people on this Titans beat talking online about how this isn't even the Titans are tanking. This is just the regular offense, which is some crazy hater nonsense. If you are being objective and honest and using your eyeballs, you can tell that Mason Kinsey lined up as the X running go routes isn't exactly par for the course of this Titans team. Kicking on 4th and less than 2 inside the red zone, down 2 scores is far from what Brian Callahan has shown us his MO to be. They're trying to tank. So there are going to be haters out there telling you, this is just how bad this team is. And I've already seen some people clearly not understanding the situation, replying to my tweets and on Twitter talking about how this is just not working out. This is a pitiful performance. The pitiful performance is the point. It is not the flaw. It is the function of today's operation. So it's a great job by them so far.
Yeah. Now, Rick says Easton is wrong. They are trying to win.
I'm telling you, you're wrong, Rick. You don't have to believe me. But
they're not. Like, Roger McCreary is a good football player, right? Roger McCreary had a blatant pass interference that he had no business doing, and it was like a half-effort pass interference to give the Houston Texans a field goal there late in that game. Like, I think some guys are trying to do things like Harold Landry's trying to get one more sack so we can have 10. I think, Tony Pollard's out there trying to get some money by racking up some yards. I think
individual players are playing hard. I'm not saying the individual players are taking a dive or intentionally trying to lose. They are playing hard. But the team as a whole, the unit, the coaching staff, the people pulling the levers of today's operation, it is a tank job. It is an obvious tank job. It is an honorable tank job because they should lose this game. And it's just the situation that they're in. So that's not to say that Daryl Worley isn't trying to punch that ball out and cause a turnover.
Yeah,
of course he is, because that's a guy that's not going to be on the roster necessarily next year. He's fighting for a job. His tape is resume. Of course, there are a lot of Titans players out there trying to win, but the team as a whole is not. They are not, and they're doing a great job of it.
Yeah, like if the Titans are trying to win the game, they would have challenged that opening drive catch fumble from Nico Collins. That's as clear as day. That is the most obvious sign that this team is ready to just have the clock run out. And also, let's pay attention to what's happening between the Patriots and the Buffalo Bills, because former Vols legend, I
And
use
Drake May's
that
not
word.
playing. Who's up there slinging it?
I use the word legend sarcastically when I talk about Joe Milton, who is in after Drake May took one possession, just like CJ Stroud did. Drake May played one possession, then Joe Milton comes in and has 2 total touchdowns. The Patriots are up 14-10 on the Buffalo Bills at halftime, and if the scores hold, the Titans have the number 1 overall draft pick.
Joe Milton is unironically balling. Like, this is not the 2 drives that he has led that have been really impressive are not like, I'm not saying he's like, actually, you know what I am saying, that the Patriots really consider making him their franchise guy, maybe trade Drake May to a team that needs him.
No.
But in all seriousness, he is playing good enough football today so far in one half to win that game for them.
Yeah.
So
Joe Milton is 12 of 13 for 139, a touchdown to the air, touchdown run.
Now 12 of 13. He's dealing.
12, yeah. He's playing against Mitch Trubisky and the Bills, who are also don't care about what's going on.
I know, but the Bills, I've got a friend who's a diehard Bills fan who's livid after that first half because their secondary, there's starters out there, and Milton's tearing them up anyways. So,
well, that's not good.
No, the Bills secondary is a real problem, and Milton is somehow looking good against them.
All right, so we do have our tank bingo to pull up here because I do have the updated board. Hey, we're doing well. I think it is very fitting. I think it is very fitting that NWI touchdown would get us our tank bingo.
It needs to be the one touchdown of the day.
Yep,
just really put a bow on the season.
NWI is the one guy who has bailed out this team and this fan base the entire season, and he is the one guy who can get us to bingo right here. Now, we do have some other opportunities. We had a Levis turnover get overturned by replay. There's some people questioning on Twitter if there was a Pro Bowl alternate mention early in the game for Jeffrey Simmons. I did not hear it. But so there's that on the left.
I did not either. Yeah, I have a question for clarification here, Austin. I've been informed by people at the stadium that there have been multiple new stadium segments on the Jumbotron, but that does not count towards our game, correct?
That does not count towards our game. I'm waiting for the CBS broadcast on our televisions that we are watching to show us something about the new stadium.
And does it need to be visual, or do they need to just discuss it?
Either.
Okay. So if they bring it up, it checks the box. All right.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So we're getting closer. How do you feel about our percentages of hitting this bingo here?
We're going to need some stuff. And I do, a lot of these squares involve the Titans doing something, the meme of the cartoon poking the thing, do something. That's what we're going to have to do with the Titans here in the second half to get some of these squares filled in. Yeah, I mean, Ridley, let me pull up the numbers real quick. So Ridley's at
37.
Okay. So
he's not far away. He could do a couple catches.
That's fair. That's fair. I was underestimating in my mind. That one big catch helps a lot. Pollard still needs a whole lot. Not looking great for him so far, but you never know. Second half, just some garbage time runs. Maybe the Texans are up big for a couple drives in the fourth quarter. They play real soft, and they just, the Titans do the solid for Tony Pollard. Let him break off some 7, 8, 9, 10, 12-yard runs. That would be nice. So yeah, I think that we're going to hit a bingo here eventually. I do think that the Titans offense, assuming the Texans continue to play the way that they're playing, will actually do some things in the second half. The Texans defense will get worse and softer. And so, I think we're going to get at least one bingo, Austin, but most importantly, that free space that is the lose space needs to be filled in.
Yes. Shrike says Pollard clearly not healthy. I agree with that.
Yeah.
He doesn't look great out there. So anyway, all right. So now let's ask this game. How do we feel? Let's go percentage. What percentage chance do we think in the post-game show we're talking about the Titans having the number 1 overall pick?
So not just losing the game, but the Patriots
not just losing, but both. Both scores, both leads holding. The Patriots are up 14-10 on Mitch Trubisky and the Bills at halftime. The Titans are obviously down 13 right here, 16-3. Now, hey, Titans get the ball, start the second half. So it can get interesting real fast. But what percentage chance are we talking about the Titans picking number 1 overall? Easton, I'm seeing a ton of percentages reign in here. I'll also remind everybody, like the show. If you're watching,
hit that like button on YouTube,
please hit the like button. Easton, I'll send you to the chat. What are people saying about the percentage chance of the number 1 overall draft pick. I'm already seeing PBFT is saying, I'm going to jinx it. I'm going to jinx it.
Don't worry, PBFT. I'll get you back in a second. DeAndre Ray saying 90% chance. Rick Lynch saying 5% chance. So right off the bat, we're once again on either side of the spectrum here. People don't know what to think. Some people closer to the middle here, 55-50. 100% chance. Clayton thinks it's a wrap. Stop the count right now. I will say, by the way, that I saw on my weather app that there's some weather rolling in for the Nashville area. Some red, some yellow on there. If we get some kind of weather delay, I think it would only be It would only be wise for the coaches to come together, shake hands, and say,
we're done here.
We're done here. We're done here. So that would be nice. That we could literally stop the count would be cool. 85% from Carey, 69% from Don. Nice. 90% from Fade, 58% from Jay. I would say the average person here, 85, 65, 65, 37, 45, 38, 39. Wow, man, it's really split again. I would say people leaning a little bit more optimistic than they were in our pregame question about the Titans losing the game. I would say maybe a 60% split. People think that there's a chance we're talking about this.
So how about this? The Bills and Patriots third quarter is underway. The Buffalo Bills are facing a 3rd and 8 on the opening drive of the quarter on their own 32-yard line.
Fantastic.
So, hey, there's a big conversion right here to have the Joe Milton Patriots a chance to extend the 4-point lead to maybe a 2-score game.
Up in the living room. Big third down here.
Hey, big third down, guys. Big third down coming. Easton, what's your percentage chance the Titans are the number 1 overall draft pick when we return for the postgame show?
0% chance. The Patriots are going to win, but the Titans are also going to come back and win this game relatively handily. So it's not going to matter. It's going to be a real heartbreaker. 0% chance we're talking about it.
I'm saying 42%. 42% chance the Titans have the first overall draft pick. That's where I'm going to go. I think the Titans will lose this game. So we'll find out. 42% chance for me the Titans have the first overall pick. They're coming back for the second half. And so we will be here right at the end of the game to find out where the Titans are going to be picking.
Hopefully happy.
What bets are going to be hit and who's going to get incentive bonuses between these two teams. So like the show, please hit that like button, and we will be here in about an hour and a half, maybe. So we will see you guys soon. Appreciate it as always. Shout out to X Golf, playxgolf.com, BetMGM, NT.NobodyTrashTennessee.com. We'll see you guys later on.